My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Blueprints. Time to pick up our customer's copy of the packaging slip the Sinker Company has sent us, an amateur lockpicking kit, as well as a brass compass. Hell yeah. On top of having those, we also have chronograph and battery pack held over from yesterday. The Blessing of the Monk has given us a vault outside, which I can generate at any time if I want to just get money, but also, my allowance is pretty high, so I've already got 75 without it. Mailroom. No contact delivery, it'll just deliver the mail next day into there, but I'm not going to have a problem getting mailroom, because chronograph means you're more likely to draw tomorrow rooms while drafting, and it's a tomorrow room, so it will be offered to me so many times this run. Security! This early? Wow. Thank you. First off, twiddle the key card. We know how it goes by now. Then we return to the security menu, log into the network, set up our experiment for the day. I'm ideally hoping for removing 4 more crates today. I think that's probably one of the most impactful things I'm capable of doing. Oh, we got the Mechanarium Sanctum key done yesterday as well. So my meta goals at the moment, by the way, just to update us, are opening Her Ladyship's diary by getting the key from the tomb and Her Ladyship's chamber, opening the chest in the treasure trove outside, sending more letters, removing more crates, spawning 46 as an outer room using the Blessing of the Monk, figuring out what the castle 3x6 sequence of letters does, and translating the rest of Lady Araja's letter. Lady Clara Epson. I'm calling her Lady Araja increasingly, and I'm finding it difficult to stop. So, just, that's who I mean. Remove a crate from the tunnels there. For every room you draft in the next 40 seconds. I could try and do that. I'm gonna do that, actually. This start experiment and immediately let me get out of this PC as quickly as I can. I need to just draft rooms. Observatory. Great room from tunnel. Wait room. Great room from tunnel. And wait room has 3 adjacencies. I will draft them all. Take foyer. Great room from tunnel. Boiler room continues the path. Great room from tunnel. Commissary seems good. Great room from tunnel. And let me get one more. Great room from tunnel for the mailroom spawn as well. Okay, 6 triggers. I did say if you really push it, you might be able to get this to 6 triggers. That said, I've also specifically checked how many crates need to be removed for the next layer of whatever is happening here to reveal itself. And would you believe it was 4? I mean, that's 100% my priority, so I'm going outside right now. This will also tell us whether or not the old filing cabinet key down here has respawned, which will hopefully tell us whether or not we need to do more with that. So there's like 2 crates down here left. I do think I should probably make sure I remove all of the crates, but like, I don't feel like any of the options I had were more likely to be able to remove more than just drafting those next 6 rooms immediately. This door is locked. Okay. Also. No, that key does not respawn. I mean, I don't have a key on me, so I guess I should come back with a key. Any key. Just a key. Quickly wondering whether or not I ought go get my treasure trove right now. I don't think so. I can get a lot of value out of this observatory. The Sail, Southern Cross, Diamontis Majoris, Farmer's Apple, and Clavis the Key, giving us a key. Drawing room! You may draw new plans when leaving this room. Dining room! Yes, please. What else can I accomplish this run? I think the best I can do with this run is set up my tomorrow run. Literally, I've finished my experiment. And the experiment is the largest avenue I have over control for progression right now, I think. Clock tower. Sure. Start tomorrow with a key for each tomorrow room. We've already drafted a mail room, so that's a tomorrow room, and it'll give us items tomorrow. And I'm gonna get a freezer before the end of today. All right, yep. Stopwatch. Found an ancient stopwatch. Now I need to run. So many things want me to do these quick drafts. Drafting this corner, observatory code check. I mean, sure, observatory, another observatory is great. I'm not gonna get too much progress here. Just not triggering Draxus there again, because I don't want more dead ends. And I'm not gonna be drafting too many rooms with this, so I shouldn't really be too worried and try and overextend myself right now. Vestibule. Open in a bunch of good directions, and also I know it has to be open. Passageway. Good pick. I want to go back to the commissary as well. Thankfully now we have the kitchen, so I can get a club sandwich as well as a bunch of bananas and completely cover that. If I get enough control over rerolls from like a study or something like that, maybe I will try and do her ladyship's chamber today. Yeah, I want to leave out the north of the commissary, please. Throwing shoe, sleeping mask, sledgehammer, and magnifying glass. Happy to see him. Chapel connected appropriately as well. Rotunda can rotate. Perfect for us. monk room, garage, and laundry room. I'm gonna take the garage just for the 3 extra keys. If I happen to get the car key and want to come back here, that's a totally different thing. Drafting studio, archives. I mean, ballroom and drafting studio are basically the same here, except for the fact that drafting studio, ballroom, I can't walk through without losing all of my gems. 10 additional steps for stepping in here. I did come back to this with a zoom, so I could see that that's Daoja and that's Lydia. Daoja. Oh, Daoja. It's, what's that? Ja is in Eurasian, rather. Where is my Eurasian class? There it is. Ja is last, and is a suffix. So Daoja means last day. Can I translate any of the rest of these? So the angels' names, as we have them tracked so far, are Rinna, Daoja, no, Joya, no, Vea, no, Mila, Lydia, and Orinda. No. Daoja can be, though. I wonder if that means that they're associated with Raja. Keep that in my back pocket for the moment. Door's locked, but we lockpick it. Ooh, great haul. Great pick. Gives us a bunch of open doors. Also, I could have used the drafting studio literally just a step ago in order to look at the layout for the Great Hall today. Could have done that. Didn't do that. Won't do that. I had foyer. Courtyard. Perfect placement for it. If this gives me a Ladyship's chamber drafted on the south, then yeah, I'll go and try and influence generating a tomb. It doesn't, unfortunately. It does give us a vault, though. If I get that thing that doubles your future money, that is the merger of 2 items that I'm not holding either of. But if I got them... Oh, Sunshine 3rd, okay. Oh, I miss Christmas! I miss New Year's. If I got the ability to double my money, then maybe I could see my way to trying to have 400 gold today. But 400 gold is only relevant if I also have the Mount Holly gift shop to buy the blue tents in. Well, there's the showroom. I don't think you turn that down. When the game gives you showroom, you ask how high. I mean, Moon Pendant's certainly the most interesting to me still. The ability to carry 2 items into the next day, as well as the mailroom giving me 2 items at the start of every day in the entrance hall, like, it's huge. Throne room. Sure. This will give me the ability to end my day in room 46 if I want. Certainly appeals. I'm going to take patio because it gives me the ability to draft to the south again. And I really think it's important, just in case I do get her Ladyship's Chamber. I made her Ladyship's Chamber common as well, by the way. Dang. Veranda, attic, tunnel. The fact that we have vault means I'm more likely to pick attic here, courtesy of the fact that it spawns a bunch of items. Ooh. Coin purse. Every time you collect 3, get an additional 1. If I get the rabbit's foot as well, I might look for a workshop to try and join the two of them together. Coupon booklet makes things cheaper to purchase by 1, and a secret garden key. Okay. That's unfortunate. I'm trying to spawn a lot of items whenever I have the vault because I believe that we have the clue from room 46 telling us that one of the sanctum keys is buried deep in the vault, but I suspect that it's behind getting enough of the safe deposit keys. I've gotten 3 of them so far. I'm looking for another one. Ballroom, classroom, utility closet. All of these block the path that I want. That's really frustrating. I'll take classroom because it doesn't also block the next possible path. Also, it has some food in. The pool and archives. I think I'll be re-rolling. Mechanarium. I have a boiler room and security. So this would just be open in all 3 directions right now. That's fine. Oh, and also 1 corner room, maybe? No, 0 corner rooms. It's just open in its normal directions. That's fine. I'm gonna take archives, unfortunately, now. And then drop a planetarium here. Just as another key for tomorrow. I need to get into the top left of that antechamber, unfortunately. Trophy room terminates my path. Code check does too, so I have to hope this archive floor plan goes through, which it doesn't. Yep, that's what the thing does. Okay, if I can't end the day in room 46, then I suppose the next best is for me to end it in the trove again, outside. Thankfully, secret garden key fits here. And I know that this is going to spawn an entrance to both sides. Actually, hang on. No. I can't use this to generate an open side that I have access to. I can use it to generate a new open side once I have access, though. That is to say, I can't use this to get into the antechamber from the left side, but I can make it possible to leave through the left side by rotating each of these twice. That'll be worth it at that point because then I'm very likely to end up drafting just another freezer there, and another freezer just means carry my money forward again. Going outside, getting a bunch of money from the treasure trove, then freezing that money, that would make me feel very confident about purchasing the final... it's not the final, purchasing blue tents, rather. Getting a blue memo in every room on on rank 8, that's really important. Blue memos are reliable, truthful information. Office, archive floor plan. Sure, I'll take the archives one, I guess. Oh, locksmith. Actually, locksmith. Special key, please. Come on. Damn. Not what I was looking for. It's open for the safe deposit key. This is so annoying. I desperately need to be able to go directly upwards here, but I'm just not being offered it right now. That's fine. That just means I'm not accessing the antechamber. Yeah, cool. I'm just not accessing the antechamber this run. Fine. So now we need just the most value I can get from the rest of this run right now. It's going to be from spawning as many tomorrow rooms as I can right now. 7's code is archive floor plan. Bonus. I will take an archive floor plan. Oh, it does continue my path. That's great. Thank you. Wine cellar, go check in an archive floor plan. Going for the archive again. Oh, armory, and it's pointing in the right direction. Yay. Unfortunately, I know that this final one is not going to be the freezer, which is exactly what I do want it to be. Oh well. Oh, 7's got us. There are 12 major keys. Yep, that's you said that to me last time. You can get another star at the tippy top of tomorrow. I also now have like a full assortment of keys to test in the underground outside. Oh, it's through here. Wait, is it? Oh no, it's through Mechanarium. I was like, what the hell do I get out of here? Definitely not going to call it an 8 planetarium. Ornate compass. You can rotate. Chronograph, which I already have. Silver spoon, which I don't need. Okay. It really depends on what is available downstairs, basically. Let me get outside with a key and see what that's all about. I wouldn't be entirely surprised if down and out here there was a key for the treasure trove, and we can do all of that this run. Wouldn't be surprised. That said, I actually would be surprised if this just accepts a key that I have. Doesn't fit. No, it fits. No! I had that... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not sad about it. I'm actually happy. So, let's continue. I'm going to do that next run. Very easy. Just got to get to the room 46. That'll also be my final day with the Blessing of the Monk, so I will try and use that day to end the run in room 46. I'm not going to try and remove more crates just yet. I will lean towards delivering more letters now instead of crates. Okay, and then... And then... Tresua Trove. Yum, 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 yum. And thank you greatly for it. I'll call it a day there. Mount Holly's Garden Castle with 4 green rooms and a throne room. That 100% was a house built to take out crates. And it did its job with aplomb. Thank you. Did it very well. It also set up today very well with 3 coins, a sleep mask, 2 gems, 2 keys. Obviously a treasure trove available outside as well. So first things first, just get to the antechamber. I want my, coat check this early? Maybe in a bit. Do I have a chronograph again? I don't. Compass, lockpick. Compass and lockpick were kept from the previous day, and now we also have the sleep mask. Oh wow, the pool this early? I don't really want sauna, and I haven't drained the pool in a while because I'm not working on emptying the reservoir, so I'll take the, not nook, sorry, the dining room rather. Commissary. Commissary. God, maybe I do take the breaker box this early. I seldom get offered it this early. But, like, if I draft either laboratory or... I should get those 4 gems, yeah. If I drive either... Wow. If I draft, rather, either laboratory or security, I will have the ability to set up both my experiments and also set up the keycard bypass. So first off, let's set up the experiment. 2 more gold, drafting a room. For each room with a fireplace you draft, or the first time you enter each room on the 9th rank. So we're not capable of using this for meta progression in that same way, but I do use dice. Every time you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, set your dice to 2, please. That gives me a lot of control over what I spawn, to the degree that I might be able to get her Ladyship's chamber and the tomb both today. Then I gotta log into Swan Song in order to log into the remote terminal access for the security. Then we'll set up the security level to be maximum and the offline mode to let them be unlocked. Great. Unfortunately, our exploration here on the East Wing is now terminated. I'm going to have to loop back in this direction later, but also my laboratory and my security and my keycard, or at least keycard bypass rather, are all set up, which I think is worthwhile. Also, my gymnasium's turned off. Almost never relevant, but, you know, it could be. I was about to say, I'd love this one to go north. So the hallway offering that exactly gets picked. Conservatory in the corner, please. Vault. Yes. Oh, yeah, I was like, set my dice to 2. Why didn't you set my dice? It set my dice to 2. It did. Coupon booklet. Whole mess of money for us. I'm going to poke my head in here just to look around the obvious corners to see whether or not it's left some additional money in here. Does not appear so. Coat Shack, Funeral Parlor, and Nook, all of them trying to terminate my pathing right now. Good lord. Observatory, Pool Hall, and Pantry. All of them exclusively doing the same thing again. Great Hall. Thank you. I really would have liked to still have a reroll now that I'm drafting out of this room. But do you need one when you get off at a funeral parlor? Kinda, yeah, still. Yeah, still. Absolutely. Rather curious wind-up key. I'm trying to think if that key might be able to be used anywhere else. I don't think so. Dark room. Sure. I mean, its light is already off. I can go back to the breaker room to turn it on. And then I'll be able to draft out of that room. And I probably will do that. Yeah, especially considering boiler room is pushing me back in the other direction. Do I do it right now? No. Chapel, open in one good direction. Secret passage, library. Library is pointing in the same direction as chapel. Chapel's real benefit is that it's another gem from the funeral parlor. Which I do think will matter, so I'll take it. Cloister of Joya, 100%. Not only is it Cloister of Joya, but now it's also go and find more gems. Cloister of Joya also gave me 2 rerolls. Okay. Yeah, I like this. I can buy individual gems as well in the commissary. I'd like to do that before I use the funeral parlor. And that also takes me on a path directly past the breaker box where I can flip the dark room back on. Fully utilize that breaker box right there. Everything's on sale and the all... Wait. No, I don't have the sale active. I thought I did. But I do have coupon book. If I had both of them though, the gems would cost 0. I think it halves their cost down to 1. And then I think you get 1 coin back every time you buy one, so. No problem. I do have a lockpicking kit, so I'm going to test each of these doors. Ideally, we get to get our free open for a lever here. There it is. So I only have to connect to that side of the antechamber in order to get my basement key. And then when I have my basement key, you know exactly what we're doing with that. Oh my god. So many gems. Thank you, Great Hall. Incredible hall, more like. Guest bedroom, pool hall, security. I don't need security right now. I will take pool hall, though. It peels out to the left, and I find that very appealing. 12 minus 11 is 1, times 4 is 4, squared is 16. 10 divided by 10 is 1, times by 4 is still 4, squared is 16, plus 1 is 17, though. 3 squared is 9. Nice. Now that I've got Pool Hall as well, the Silver Key often opens up another Great Hall. Because I have 2 of those in the draft pool. Frustratingly, I have to take Patio here. It takes a gem to spread a gem, but it's one of the only ways I will be able to draft this western wall from a northern door. Right? Which is important for the possible spawn condition of her ladyship's chamber. I am going to re-roll intentionally twice for the possibility. Observatory wouldn't be a bad pick here, to be honest with you. Grab the bedroom and head on out. I'm just going to connect these. Okay, so we have all 3 exits of the Cloister of Joya. Unfortunately, I have no rerolls right now. Yeah, I think I did too myself. Oh no, the power for the dark room is back on. Okay, let's go draft from the dark room. I'm looking for something that costs 2 or more gems so that I can gain some rerolls that I'll be able to use to hopefully try and get a more delectable meal out of our main course. That said, our main course is already very good. Closed exhibit. Doors in this room are security locked. That's fine, but I just wouldn't be able to access the crown is the problem there. Library tunnel. Well, I'll be taking closed exhibit, unfortunately. Doesn't even have a lockpick kit in it. How dare you? Armory, observatory, and hallway closet. Certainly not what I was looking for here either. I'll be taking the armory. Grabbing a knight's shield so that I don't have to brick my run. And look, I'm getting the self-igniting torch as well, just because it could be relevant when we get downstairs. We don't know it isn't. We don't know that it isn't. Kitchen. It's one of the rooms I wanted to draft. It just happened to be given to me. Permanent increase to the main course. Something with many exits and entrances would be great here, so give me the silver key, actually. Rotunda's great. Also gives me back some... gives me back some of my ivory dye. Tomato soup is currently 20 additional steps. Club sandwich 15. Library, drawing room, and dormitory. I may as well take drawing room so that I have the ability to reroll here, but also I will take the additional gem in this room just because gem costs are relevant to us this run. They're not relevant every run, but they are relevant this one. Pantry, nook, and indoor nursery. I will take my free reroll here, looking for something slightly more impactful. Sure. Give me a trophy room that refreshes my gems and also costs 5 gems and gives me 8. That actually seems like it'd be fine by me. We can see this is much more filled out than it had been previously. missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 of those are from a new file, 2 of those are from modes that we need to do, and 1 of them is from completing everything. Observatory leading in the correct direction, giving us some pretty good items as well. Southern Cross Twins, Slice, Diamondus Minor, Farmer's Apple, Cloves, the Key, and Florial's Bloom of the Sky. I mean, come on. So much value. I'm gonna Knight's Shield that Archive's negative. That's exactly why we get it. Observatory pushing in a good direction again. Oh, but I'm on 50 but I'm on 50 stars. So this is literally the ability to reroll infinitely if I need it. Hovering around this amount is great. Clock Tower, Dormitory, and Boudoir. I'll take the boudoir. Couple more. I shouldn't have picked up those die yet, just in case the next room that I draft costs 2. 12, 25, enter. Didn't click in the right spot to pick it up through the door. All's well. Spare bedroom. Has the right direction. It's all we needed from it. Oh, lucky rabbit's foot. Interesting. I don't have the other one. Thank you. The other one being the coin purse for the possibility of creating the lucky coin purse, which will double all money when we pick it up. Pretty easy to see why we might want to do something like that, though. I mean, Weight Room would open the south entrance of the antechamber, and it would also be adjacent to the south entrance of the antechamber. And also, it's got some really good directions. You know what? Yeah, I can take the downside of that. Great Hall, easy. I do want to leave this building before I continue, though. Order secret passage. Actually, secret passage gets me over to the wall, and then I can start trying to draft down there. Okay. Give me a green thumb over on that other wall, please. I'm looking for... Oh, I didn't even try the lockpick hit that time. Oops. Morning Room Terrace, Electric Eel Aquarium, 100% correct. Well done. Ladyship's Chamber. Well, now I'm going to go and re-roll 4 times to try and spawn the tomb outside. Not certain I can see where the dining hall is, but I know it's... Oh, it's literally at the very start. Okay, we're all good. By the by, I'm going to finish off these bananas as well, just to make sure that I don't run short. So yeah, we're going to be given 50 steps now for our main course every day. Seems good to me. Oh, hang on, that's another... Wait. No, funeral parlor was part of our path this time. Got it. I could get more gems from there still, if I need them. This could even have the lucky coin purse in it. Oh, it doesn't, but it has the car keys. Oh, which I did not make the garage. I could have sworn I had made the garage. Good lord. I'm all out of order. The whole damn system's out of order. Let's head down here first, just in case it gives me the key for the treasure trove, and then I have to decide what to do this run with the outer room. It's checking in order a number of different triggers for us. This one is whether I can smash a wall. Interesting. That said, the first one was still open as of the previous run, so I imagine that all of the ones that I have opened from this run will still be open. However, now I need to try and force a workshop to spawn. I've got a sledgehammer. I don't have a battery pack. I also... Oh, boy. Oh, it's going to be pretty hard to get a power hammer in this run, rather. That said, Lady Raj's diary. Seems like it's open for the reading. Thank you, running shoes, for saving me from some footsteps out here. Tomb. Wait. Oh, it's... Yes, this is the table over here that has the money. And the... I think it's through here? Yeah, it is. Oh, there it is. I was gonna lose my mind if I wasn't there. I'll use as many of my stars to reroll as I need to in order to generate a workshop and hopefully something like an attic. I didn't think I was gonna get the Lady Arajas. Again, it's Lady Clara Epson. I keep calling her Lady Araja. I know she's a Raja. It's actually quite reductionist to call her Lady Araja. Maybe that'll stop me. I think of it through a lens of it being problematic, and that'll chastise me out of it. One of the other two boxes is false. Interesting. So let's assume that this is true. If it's true, then both of the other ones, or one of the other two boxes is false. I guess one of the other two boxes is false. The other one is possibly true. You will open this box and find it empty. That's hilarious. The blue box is true. Okay, assuming this is true, then this is also true. And this has to be false. And it says you will open this box and find it empty. I mean, that's viable. but if I'm wrong, it will literally brick my run, and I don't need the gems. If I'm wrong, it bricks my run, and I don't need the gems. Sorry. It's not a risk that I need to take right now. It just isn't. Come on, and what? Oh, ooh. Spyglass telescope, and I've got 2 observatories, so I can re-trigger the star count in both of them. Open the diary. Her Ladyship's sleep diary. Uh, 17th of January, 1979. My dear diary, after countless sleepless nights and failed home remedies, my physician has urged me to document my sleeping routines in the various bedrooms of our estate. It is his hope that by tracking the caliber and length of my sleep in each room, together, we may come to a deeper understanding of my condition and perhaps, with luck, find a more favorable environment in which I might finally find some amount of rest. The next day. My dear diary, to begin, I thought it best to start with my own room despite already knowing how unsuitable it has been for my sleep of late. Perhaps it is all the old memories that linger here, as it is impossible not to think of my home among so many mementos of my youth. Nevertheless, I find comfort in gazing at the stars before dozing off, and it pains me to consider that if this trial is successful, it may be one of the final occasions that I sleep here. My room. Sleep duration 2.5 hours. Quality. Peaceful despite brevity. Observable effects. I awoke the following morning with 10 less steps, but also observed an additional star in the sky. Oh, interesting. So there's secondary effects to ending your day in some of these. 3 days later. Dearest diary, last night I retired to the guest room as I have yet to gain the courage to ask anyone to surrender their room to me, even for a night. This bedroom is a cozy space, normally reserved for guests staying a weekend. However, I found, despite having a choice between the 2 beds, that neither proved to be very comfortable. I must speak with Herbert about this, as our guests deserve, at the very least, as much comfort in their stay as we have. Clara. Guest bedroom. Sleep duration 4 hours. Quality very fragmented. Observable effects, nothing special. 1 day later. My dear diary, it was strange to sleep in the childhood room of my late husband. The room was just as I imagined it from the stories he told me of growing up with an elder brother. Herbert informed me the room has remained untouched, almost identical to when they both occupied it. To avoid any accidents, I slept in the bottom bunk, as climbing ladders is not as easy as it used to be. Despite my exhaustion, my thoughts of Simon kept me up through most of the night. Clara. Bunk room. Sleep duration twice the usual. Quality 2 times as restless. Observable effects. The next morning, I went to the family tomb to visit his grave, and was surprised to find a flower already laid. Ending your run in the bunk room lays a flower in the tomb. Interesting. Two days later. I could not bring myself to ask Hartley directly if I could borrow his room for my sleep study. The mere thought of it was mortifying. Instead, I decided to roll the die, as he often puts it, and wait for the night off to sneak into his room and nap. The experience of sleeping in a servant's room was thrilling, but the fear of getting caught was overwhelming. Every little noise startled me. I couldn't manage to sleep for more than a few moments, fearing Hartley would return at any time. Servants' quarters. Sleep duration, perhaps 1 hour. Quality, terrible. Effects. About half the footsteps the following day. I also discovered a stray die had found its way into my pocket, which was hardly shocking given Hartley's history. As a gambler. One day later. My dear diary. I have to confess that I was initially hesitant to spend the night in the Baron's room. Its extravagance shows, with every surface adorned with gold and every piece of furniture so large it almost seems comical. But as I lay down on the enormous bed, I was surprised to find that I felt entirely at ease. Even the absurdly overpriced pillows were somehow comfortable, propping me up just right so that I didn't feel any strain in my neck or back. I slept more soundly than I have in weeks, and I woke up feeling genuinely rested for the first time in what feels like forever. Clara. Master bedroom. Sleep duration. 8 whole hours! Quality. The best in many months. Observable effects. I awoke feeling very refreshed, with more energy and more footsteps than usual. 3 days later again. As fate would have it, just as I have begun to make progress in my guest of slumber, a most joyous event has interrupted my progress. My beloved daughter has finally given birth to a son, and has requested my presence in town to assist her during this exciting but demanding time. For now, I shall take my leave of the bedrooms of Mount Holly, but I am certain, dear diary, that one day I shall return. Lady Clara Epson, grandmother. Eh? So this is an image of the west path, right? Leading out to the outer room across the bridge and then all the way up here through to the garage. However, the hell's that room? The one that makes the most sense to me is it being the antechamber. But it's been talking about other rooms in here. Guests, bunk, servants, master, etc. I wonder if I should be spawning one of them out there. Like, it looks kind of like the antechamber, but only because the antechamber is a room that's accessible from 3 different directions. It also kind of looks like a drawing of the antechamber that I've seen before. Which is to say, these segmented, like, additional blocks here to represent the different doors that can then be triggered by multiple different levers. And that's your last entry in this diary as well. Spawn the antechamber outside, then open the antechamber and see if it progresses? That's my next guess. A hallway closet? How much more am I doing today? Maybe just spawning these items is right. Shovel, metal detector, and a die. I'm not going to tell you those are the items I wanted. I will tell you that having those items will make it easier for me to get the items I wanted. Because now those items can't spawn again. Oh, did I not even go into the dining room when I passed it? Did I seriously do that? I think I did that. I think I did. It happens. To me, constantly. Let's do that one again. Wow, only one of you want to fall below the might of my lockpick. Crafting Studio would actually take 2 keys away from me right now. I could take Locksmith. I do have Vault. I'm gonna reroll. Vestibule would connect stuff, but I'm gonna reroll again. Office security coat check. Security leading in the wrong direction. I'm gonna roll again. Workshop. And that's the handle. I literally just need the... ooh. Big sound amplifier. Certainly not necessary. Spawned a dead end there as well. I'm gonna get money from the tomb right now. I just need a battery pack, so I just need to be able to spawn items until the game is like, here's a battery pack. Well done, you got it. And then I'll be able to knock down that wall outside. That's my next goal. Try and get that. I mean, Vestibule, it'll refill my die, and also it's open in all the appropriate directions. It's actually kind of a godsend. Indoor nursery, not necessary at all. Library would push in the right direction, but I don't care about the library at all. I'm looking for items. I need items, so I'm just gonna reroll until I get things that give me items. Mount Holly gift shop only matters if I have 400 gold right now, which, oh, I don't, actually. Sorry, I thought I might have, but well, plumb mistaken on that one. I don't, actually. Gymnasium points out in the wrong direction. Casino of Chance. I'm gonna take it. It costs 2 gems. It gives me many more die. Garage, and I do have a car key, right? Magnifying glass and a key card. I mean, again, these are just making it more likely that the next item that I get, I was really hoping for a battery pack there, by the way, is one that's relevant. I do have a broken lever as well for playing that, but... Oh, walk-in closet. Spawns as many items as I could possibly be asking for right now. Really? Oh, man. Alright. I got 3 more spaces to spawn an item. Entry code check in office is certainly not going to do it. Storeroom could, but it doesn't necessarily have items in it. So I have to reroll again. Foyer, general bedroom. Gotta reroll again. Showroom, nope. Bunk room. I'm not going to turn down the rumpus room. Alzara is here to teach me about the future. I've been neglecting you, Alzara. Here I am. Show me the truth.
And as was foretold. I am awakened for one last time.
One last time!
By the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to impart to you one final vision.
I do indeed. Train station. We know where that is. Those appear to be 8 statues around that plinth of 8 that we've seen before. A railway.
In the dim, I see cavern walls of stone. A hollow lit by a sea of 1,000 burning stars. I see a treasure buried beneath the cliff rocks. A black mirror hidden among the memories of the falling sands. And within the black mirror, I see a figure. A figure standing in sullen snow.
I mean, that looks like it's us from the silhouette.
All of what I have told you, my young baron.
That's the cursed
wish you
coffer.
to now know. Until we meet again some distant day, I will have nothing more to say.
Until we meet again some distant day, I will have nothing more to say, and you wish that I know all that you have told me. Would you like to refresh me on... No? Alright. Time to spawn our final room. Freezer, set ourselves up for tomorrow instead. I literally just need the battery. It's too possible that I will literally just have to keep clicking this button until the run is over and I don't get anything. Throne room. I was thinking of spawning the antechamber outside, but I also want to spawn 46 outside. I think the antechamber is what's being hinted towards spawning outside from her ladyship's chamber. I can't just spend all of my stars. I was really hoping. Alas. Do I put 46 outside? Or do I put the antechamber outside? It's gotta be antechamber. I really want to justify something else. I'm trying constantly. Mentally, I can't get my way there. Oh. I didn't even get a... Draxus the dead end. Sure, you know what? Gimme. Dead end rooms are more common today. Thanks, Draxus. And then... Wait, where's the next one? Oh, it's the other way around. Then I can use it again here. Get even more. And it's boudoir, spare room. Go to 46, take the crown of the blueprints. Open the drawer to look at Daniel Ravain's letter again. Oh, gotcha. Marigold. This is the order of those. As much as I want to spawn you, I think the antechamber is the one that message is referring to. So we'll call it a day here. The Royal Shopping Centre of Games. Throne room, 5 shop rooms, a casino, a billiard room, a parlor room, and a rumpus. 17 items found. We got to open Lady Arash's diary for the first time. We got final vision from Alzara. We spawned the antechamber outside as a result of the diary that we read in her ladyship's chamber. We also knocked down a bunch more of the obstacles downstairs. We now need a power hammer for our next progression down there. I'm gonna hit X and save and continue, and excitedly, I'm gonna trounce my way towards the next episode. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to tell you that that'll be tomorrow. In your time. In my time, I'm immediately gonna do it. I'm too excited. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. A special thanks this episode to Tristan, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.